Hey guys, it's Dr. Kresimir. I'm a chiropractor here in London, Ontario, Canada. Today we're going to be talking about getting into the appropriate sleep position, especially if you're suffering from some type of neck or back pain. Now, this video is probably not going to be helpful for you if you're pregnant or if you had some type of surgery or there's certain positions that you're going to not be able to get to. This is going to be for the average person, assuming you can access all positions. So the key when it comes to sleeping is you want to have and you want to be in what's considered a neutral spine position. And now when we look at your spine, we know that there's three curves to it. So there's the curve in your neck that curves out this way, the curve in your back, you can see the curve in my back, and the opposite lordotic curve in your lumbar spine. And when you're in the sleeping position, these are all things that you want to have supported. So the worst position that you can be in, especially when it comes to your neck, is to be a stomach sleeper. And the reason why is when you're sleeping on your stomach, you can't keep that spine neutral. What ends up happening is you turn your head, and so what we're doing on this side of the neck is we're closing all these joints and tightening all these muscles, and then we're either in a position where our head is up like this, or we're in a position where our head is down like this, or even over rotated. And it's very similar for you if you were to be sitting in a position with your head cranked to one side all day, or if the pillow is too high or too low, you're going to be in this position where your head is either down like this, and you can see that's far from a neutral spine. If I were to show you like this, my head would be down like this, or my head would be up like this. So we want to have, and I have the pregnancy pillow here. So the pregnancy pillow in our office it has a nice hole in here for pregnant moms to put their bellies. So it will help, but you can see how high the actual pillow is if I'm going to sleep on my side. And even this pillow is still a little bit too low. So if your pillows are too low, you can either stack them on top of one another, or just to show you, you can create a little bit of a higher pillow. So when I have my head like this, I'm in a nice neutral position. My head and the rest of my body, it's straight, so it's nice and supported. And if we were to look at that from the other side, you would see it like this. Now, when it comes to sleeping on your back, again, far too many of us get into this position where the pillows are too low, and what happens is, because we spend a lot of time sitting, so if we get into a position where our neck is extended, what we'll notice is that our shoulders come forward like this, and that creates a lot of strain on the front part of our neck. So if we're gonna be sleeping on our back, we wanna have a position where our head is somewhat supported, but in a nice enough position where you can see these shoulders relax. So either on your side or on your back is the position that you want to be in. But the key is making sure that you're in a position where your neck is supported and it's neutral to the rest of your spine. I'm not turning one way, I'm not slanted one way, and I'm not jacked up in all sorts of awkward positions. And the same is true if we were to switch to the lower body. Again, oftentimes when it comes to sleeping on our side, it can lead to, especially if our legs are straight, it can lead to a position where your pelvis is closed like this, and that puts a lot of strain on your lower back, or positions where we don't have any support between our knees, which again can lead to a lot of pressure in your hips and pelvis. So I'm gonna pretend like my head is neutral, but putting something in between your legs to help support your pelvis, and making sure that your lower spine is in line with everything else, that you're not too twisted forward, or that your upper body isn't going this way and your lower body is going this way, is good. And if you're going to sleep on your back, again, you can roll up a pillow and put it under your knees and have it support your lower back that way, because lifting your knees helps create that wonderful arch in your low back. So the most important principle to take away from all this is to make sure that your spine is neutral. And if you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night because you're in an uncomfortable position, it's okay to change. That's one of the nice things about sleeping, is the more you get used to being in a good position, your body will wake up, and then you can switch positions, reset, and then get back to sleep. And like everything else, it might take some time to practice all these things, but after a while, you'll be able to get it. If you have any comments or questions on the video, just leave a comment below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon.